Cancer, welcome to In Spiritual Journey. So today we're going to get a message for you. I kind of have a guideline. I'm going to be just getting like general energy, and then we're going to focus in on your material world, which is your finances and career. We're going to touch on your emotional, which is your relationships, your mental space, your spiritual, and then we're going to go a little more in detail about some advice and your person and different things like that. So just remember that this is a collective reading for the sign of Cancer, so it may or may not resonate. Not all of them are going to resonate with us, and we're going to just get to the bottom of what kind of energy you're sitting in and what's going on. So, with that being said, I got my incense burning, clearing my space, got the candles going, and we're going to go ahead and just ask Spirit and the universe to bring in the best messages for the collective of Cancer, what they need to hear at this time for guidance, for support, and some wisdom to move forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and first start with just general energy for you guys. Okay, so which deck do I want to use? I got a lot of decks here, so we're going to go ahead and just use this one, which is the Modern Witch. Okay, and just be aware that this is a really thick deck. It doesn't bend very well, but we're going to go ahead. Wow, Two of Swords is showing up, so you might be kind of not sure about something, indecisive, but it could be something that you're just kind of denying or putting off. But let's go ahead and see what's the general energy for Cancer. Sometimes that Two of Swords is kind of like it's right in your face, but you don't even see it. It's kind of like your glasses on top of your head and you don't know where they are. You're looking all around kind of energy. So it's like a decision, but you can get the clarity you need when you just remove that blindfold. So Spirit in the universe, what is the general energy for the collective of Cancer, please, at this time? What is the general energy that needs to come out, that we need to be aware of at this time? General energy for the sign of Cancer. Okay. So, wow, Magician right off the bat. So trying to bring something to abundance, working your magic. So with that Two of Swords coming out, I kind of think you might be in a kind of a standstill or an impasse. You're not quite sure which way to go. You're trying to manifest something here, but it might be like stuck energy. But like I said, that Two of Swords is when we take off. We could be wearing the glasses on top of our head, and we can't see it to spite ourselves, even though it's right on top of our head. So there's an answer there. So there needs to be some kind of energy coming out now to why are you overlooking this energy? Like, why is it hard for you to make a decision? Why can't you see what's right in front of your face? So we're going to see. So there's something about abundance here coming in. That could be in any area because we haven't touched base with anything yet. Wow. Okay. So now we have the Three of Pentacles. This is working with others as well as the Sun. And this is shining our light, illumination, happiness. On the bottom of the deck, there's something lacking though, Cancer. Yes. So, working your abundance, and with that Two of Swords coming out, there's something that you are maybe stuck in, not knowing your worth, not seeing something clearly. It could even be playing victim. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes we do. We sabotage ourselves. But there's something here about, shining your light as well as working with others. Everybody has something to offer. We're all unique. We're all different. And somebody might be strong in one area and somebody stronger in another area. So this might be actually just opening your eyes to the messages and the skills of others around you. This also might be incorporating other people to help. Sometimes we want to do stuff all by ourselves, right? And this might be saying, yes, it's not going to dim your light if you have other people help or assist or take somebody's advice here, okay? Again, what it does, sometimes we put that pride on our shoulder and think we don't want to listen to anybody else. I'm always right. I know what I'm doing. And the answer is right in front of us. It's obvious. But we are too prideful to take that message or that advice, right? So there could be some advice that you might be dismissing here. Like I said, glasses on top of your head. Which could be blocking you, right? Because you don't want it to shine take away from your light shining, right? So be careful of that, because when we get in that mindset of lack, then we create our own lack and we can't bring in our abundance. Okay, so that's the general energy here. Whether this is, again, your finances, career, it could be a relationship, whatever it is. So we're just going to get a couple more cards here, and then we'll move on to the material world. Yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles. See, this is setting intentions. So I do feel like you have, you are setting intentions out there. And this is a new beginning here. So I feel like there's some kind of new beginning here where you need to incorporate some advice from somebody else, incorporate help from somebody else, and, let go of your ego a little bit. Just because somebody helps you, we all need help sometimes, right? So this could be a new beginning. So there's some kind of new beginning here that wants to get started, but you're going to have to either take advice, have some help from someone, something like that, okay? Don't let your pride stand in your way, all right? Okay. And then on the bottom, we have that King of Swords. So there's this could be an air sign, but it could be somebody that's just very logical and sees things as in reality. And sometimes when we get in our emotions or we let pride stand in our way and let ego take over, then we miss it. So, it could be an authority figure, it could be a boss, it could be an uncle, it could be a grandfather, it could be a father, it could just be a friend, whatever it is, that's what's coming through. All right, so now let's get some material energy. We're going to use this zombie deck here. So what's the material? It could be your career, your finances, your home life. We're just going to see what your general energy is in that area. Okay, for Cancer in the material at this time. The energy in the material department here for Cancer. What is coming up? What do you want to tell us, Universe and Spirit, for Cancer, material aspect? So we have the Seven of Wands, Temperance, balance. That could also be a time frame of Sagittarius season, or it could be a Sagittarius. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the Queen of Swords. So now we have the King and the Queen of Swords coming out with the Ten of Cups. Happiness. This also could be family life. So I kind of feel with this Ten of Cups on the bottom, which could be our happiness or home life, could be your home life now if you have a family, your own children, your wife, whatever, your son, husband. But this also could be our past, like our home, where we grew up from, our parents, our siblings. I kind of feel like there's some kind of a defense because we do have the Seven of Wands. This could be setting healthy boundaries, but this also could be us acting defensively. We do have a need for balance here, and like I said, it could be a time frame, so it could be Sagittarius season, which comes up around November 23rd into December 21st, I think. So it could be a time frame for some of you, but I feel like this could be something playing over and over, and it's because of something from your past, your family life, some kind of old pattern or belief system, some way you were raised and you kind of adopted it, and it's almost subconsciously. You're just like working it subconsciously and it's stuck in your head where you just keep replaying it. It also could be karma. So I feel like this wheel has to be change direction or take that spoke out of it because you're just replaying the same things with this defensiveness. Again, it could be like that victim mentality or sabotaging ourselves or this belief system where we're never going to be good enough or we're never going to have money enough or we're never going to be in a good relationship, that kind of mentality where our mindset makes reality what it is. And we have to break that cycle with this Wheel of Fortune here. And, don't be defensive about it. We all have stuff like that we have to outgrow, right? We can blame our past all we want, but it's up to us as we're adults to switch that over and not do that pattern anymore, right? And then we have this Queen of Swords. So I feel like with that King of Swords coming through, this could be parents. Again, this could be you more in your logical sense, but this could be parents because we have the Queen and King of Swords. Or it could be you in a relationship, but there's some kind of pattern that needs to be broken out of, some kind of old belief system that doesn't work, and that's why you're repeating the same cycles. Family. But, to get to this happiness and this bliss and this, joy in life, we have to get past that because it's keeping us stuck. And we might be refusing to see it or not acknowledging it. And we have to take our own accountability to change things. It doesn't matter why something happened. We're not going to go back and change the past. We can only shift our mindset, right? So let's go ahead and get one more. Ace of Cups. Yeah, see, this is about self-love. Filling our own cup, right? And we have the high priestess on the bottom. So this is standing in our higher self. You know, it's no more, you know, woe is me, playing the victim, thinking that we're not good enough. This is filling our own cup. Realizing that we do have a worth and deserve good things. And that we can take accountability and break out of that cycle. Okay, so that's what it is. So I feel like for some of you, it could be a lack mindset where, you know, I'm never going to have enough money. And if we keep saying we're never going to have enough money, the universe is going to keep showing us, okay, we'll make you not have enough money. You got to break out of that. So a lot of us grow up with parents that thought like, we don't have enough money. We're never going to, you know, we're never rich, you know. We're just not meant to be that way. We were never, you know, born to be rich or, you know, whatever that mindset is, you got to get out of it. Okay. So that's blocking you. It's kind of self-sabotage here at this point. So that is what the material message is. So whatever this is, whatever that old pattern of belief system that you grew up with, you got to break out of it. You know, we see people all the time that come from nothing to be successful. But we've also seen people that come from nothing and end up in jail. So it's all about mindset. And, you know, there's no pick and choose who does better and who doesn't. It's all up to us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the mental space. Where are you at mentally? So before I do those, so the thing is here, you're dimming your light. You want to work your abundance, but you're not owning up to that you deserve it, that you can have it. It's right there. And you're dimming your light. You're putting pride and ego in your way. You're being defensive and not filling your own cup first. So you're repeating this cycle because you're taking all the stuff that you've been told over the years, old patterns of belief, and playing them out. Whether you're doing it deliberately, it could be subconsciously. You know, we do things all the time just because, you know, you always hear like, I'm growing up just like my mother. I thought I would never do that. But, you know, it's just, you know, how we've been conditioned. And that's one of the hardest things is to break out of that conditioning. So that's what's coming up so far. So let me move these up. And we're going to go ahead and get into the mental space. Let's get this one, the Dark Mansion Tarot. All right, mental space for Cancer. What mental space? What thoughts? What are we putting out, Cancer? So far we see that it's some kind of old pattern belief, but that could be subconsciously. Let's see what we're putting out, what we're thinking. What we think becomes our reality. Let's see. What is on your mind? King of Pentacles. So kind of taking a slow, methodical approach. Maybe in the planning stage. King of Swords again. Wow. Okay. So this could actually be you. King of Swords. All up in your head. 2 kings though. That's good. 2 of Swords. Yeah, it had to come out. Okay, so you're all up in the head again, but you are missing something. You're missing something here. You're refusing to take off that blindfold and see what's right in front of you. Seeing things through rose-colored glasses. You do have 2 kings, so that is good. But one is like more practical, more methodical, more planning. One is very logical. So I feel like you could be in this stage of where you're planning things and planning things and planning things, but never taking action on it because of some heartbreak. That's on the back of your mind. What if this happens? I already remember how that was before. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to keep procrastinating and planning things out because it's got to be exactly right. Well, guess what? It's never going to get here, right? We can sit and plan all day, night, day after day, year after year. But if we don't take action, we're never going to know, right? So there's some kind of heartbreak there. On the bottom, we have the moon. Again, that's that fear, not trusting our intuition, right? Letting that subconscious keep playing the same thing over and over. So let's see what else. That also could be a Pisces. The moon is Pisces. Get one more card. So mentally, it looks like you're way up in your head, and it's like you're the star. Yeah, so there's healing needed. Healing. 4 of Pentacles, holding yourself back. So we're holding ourselves back. There might be some healing need. This could be an Aquarius too, but you know, it's more like you're just wishing, hoping, dreaming, but you're not taking action because you're too much into planning. Everything's got to be perfect. But no, what if it doesn't work? What if this happens? You know, it's too much planning. And then when we overthink things, it just keeps going on and snowballing, right? So then you hold yourself back. Like, oh, I'm just going to hold on to what I got. Something's just going to fall out of the sky and happen. No, we got to get out of that energy. Okay. So it looks like mentally you're just up in your head too much, replaying what if this happens? What if I wait? What if I do this and it fails? What if I get hurt again? You know? So there's some healing needed. And then, like I said, it could be from our past where we were told, you know, you're not going to succeed, or you're never going to be this, or it could be from a relationship, whatever it is. Okay. So that's what that energy is for mentally. Okay. So let's get these up out of there. So that's why too, you have that 2 of Swords on. You're kind of refusing to see that you're kind of blocking yourself, you know, by you just sitting and thinking. It's not getting you anywhere. Thinking is good. I'm not saying that, you know, we have to plan things out. We got to think things through, but we can be stuck too long in that energy. All right. So now we are going to get into the spiritual, because I'm going to save the emotional for end, because we're going to see who you're connecting to too. So let's go ahead and do the spiritual. Where are you at spiritually? Where's Cancer at spiritually? Yeah, and like I said, this could be anything. It could be about your career. It could be about relationships. You know, they all connect. They all affect each other. So let's go ahead. That's why we need to have them all balanced out the best we can. So let's go ahead and say, spiritually, for Cancer. The collective Cancer, where are they at spiritually? Cancer. Yes, you're too focused on this heartbreak. What if this happens? My heart was broken before. Look what they did to me, that victim mentality. We got to get out of that. And I'm not saying it doesn't hurt and we don't have to grieve and we don't have to go through that process. And we got to remember that, not hold on to it, but remember it so we can, you know, be aware when it comes up again. But we can't live there, you know? We can't be afraid of it. Okay? We do also have strength, which could be Leo, but this is also saying that you know, you have that inner strength spiritually. You know you do. You know, our higher self already knows you have the strength to get through this. This made you stronger, made you more compassionate, made you know what you want, it made you know your worth, if you really think about it. We also have the Death card, which is Scorpio, which we are we in Scorpio? Yes, it's tomorrow, right? We're going into Scorpio season, so it could be a time frame. But look at that beautiful skyline in the face. Death. We have to let things go in order to transform into new things that appeal more to our higher self. So we have to let those things go. So there's a transformation here possible spiritually. You can heal and transform this energy and take those lessons, tap into that inner strength, and use them as a catalyst. You also have the 2 of Cups, so this could have been in regards to a relationship or a partnership, but this is also saying this can happen, but you have to let go of the past. You know, things happen for a reason. We lose people in relationships because they're not aligned with us, and something better is out there for us. There's that happiness, the 10 of Cups, that happy life, that happy home, bliss and joy. 7 of Swords, or you can hold on to who deceived us, how they tricked us, what they did to us. You know, that's what that is. There's always going to be people that are not in the best energy and that are going to take advantage of us. We got to set our boundaries, but we can't keep our guard up where we don't interact with anybody. And we can't hold on to the people that do that. Don't give them your energy. Don't give them that. Okay? 8 of Pentacles, it could be something at work, but this is also skills that you've learned along the way. And maybe some skills that you still need to learn. We're always learning something. You know, that's the thing about life. We're always learning. We never stop growing and learning. You know, unless we choose to. But this was a learning lesson. It wasn't meant to hold you back. You deserved better. That's just spiritually. That's what they're saying. That's why they moved it out of the way. That's why we have tower moments. Because we're off track. And that's what's happening. And then on the bottom, we have the Hermit. So it might be time to go within. You know, really assess the situation, you know, tap into your spirituality. This also could be Virgo season, so it could have been something that happened during Virgo season. But I feel like more so it's just going within and assessing the situation and realizing how you're holding yourself back because it's something that happened or somebody else's issue that did something to you. We can't hold on to that, okay? All right. So now we are going to go ahead and get into the spiritual part. The emotional. So this could be relationships, love, anything like that. Okay, so let's try and see where you stand in your relationship area. Emotionally, how are you holding up emotionally? Cancer, emotionally, please. Universe and Spirit, tell us how Cancer is doing emotionally. What's coming up? We have the Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. See? And the Two of Cups. We're going to get one more, but there's that Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning, right? New beginning in the material world. So, Universe and Spirit are screaming to you, it's time to start a new beginning. Stop holding on to the past. Stop dragging that ball and chain with you. We have it here. This is new beginnings, spiritually, right? What we're passionate about, but we're sitting in this lack. Still maybe playing victim, still holding on to what happened to us that didn't go right. Who did this what to us, and how it's holding us back. No. Defensiveness again. But this Seven of Wands can be defensive, guarded. But what it can be telling you is it's time to set boundaries. Now you know better. You know what people are like. And yes, you might not trust yourself, but we're not going to know unless we try, right? And again, it could be about relationships because we had that Two of Cups, right? But again, didn't you have the Ace of Cups earlier? I think you did. Let me see if I can find it. Where? I thought we had it. Maybe it was on the bottom. Wait a minute. Is that it? Yeah. Look, we had the Ace of Cups in the beginning. Filling your own cup. Knowing your worth. We have to have this before we can move to the Two of Cups. The Ace of Cups come first and then the Two of Cups. We have to fill our own cup. Give ourselves some self-love. Know our worth before we can pour it into someone else's cup. And the same for somebody else. So that's what I mean. We can't take things so personally because a lot of times people are messed up. That's why it's best to raise your vibration and connect to people that are higher vibration. Because if they have their mess together, they're not going to be able to fill your cup either. It's a two-way street, right? So, but then if you see this person isn't respecting you, supporting you, filling your cup as well as theirs, they don't have their own cup filled, you can set those healthy boundaries. Find that card again. I keep losing my cards. You can set those healthy boundaries, and I don't know what it is. Seven of Wands. We can set those healthy boundaries, and we can say, no, I know I deserve more, and you're not going to treat me like that. Okay? So, here it is. It's right under the card. Yes. So instead of being defensive, we always put people off when we're defensive, and then we also block our own growth for relationships and connections. This is setting boundaries. Once we fill our own cup, we set boundaries, and we know, listen, and it's not going to be a big deal. You're just going to say, listen, you're either going to respect me or you're not going to be in my life. Bottom line. Okay? So let's go ahead, and then you can start this new life. So that's what's coming up with that. Let's see what else. See? See, it's something you're not seeing. And a lot of times if we're focused on the other person so much or we're giving them our energy, we miss things. And it's right in front of our face. Again, you've had this card 3 times. So it's time to take that blindfold off, Cancer. And take accountability for your part you're playing in it. And I'm not saying that somebody didn't treat you badly, but we have the ability to say, I'm not going to keep dragging this energy with me. I'm not going to keep dragging this ball and chain with me. Enough's enough. Now it's me because they've moved on and have a happy life, but I'm still playing this victim and dragging this with me and woe is me and reliving it over and over, or checking their social media. Stop. It's time to start something new, okay? It's starting to start something new. Balance your life. And Sagittarius season is coming up. It could be a Sagittarius that did this, but this is, a new beginning coming up in the next month. So we have a month. Scorpio season now, next to Sagittarius. We can do this healing. and be ready to go by Sagittarius season, okay? So, I feel like that's what's could happen for you. All right. So, now we're going to, since I did this emotional, we're going to go ahead and see who you might be connecting to. Could be past, present, future, whatever wants to come up. We're going to see. I got this Halloween deck here. I figured it's seasonal, so who might Cancer be connecting to? Let's see. We have the Sun, so it could be Leo. Doesn't have to be. We have the Four of Imps. That's the Four of Wands. So that's security. It could be marriage too. So it could be somebody you're married to or were married to. Nine of Pumpkins is the Nine of Pentacles. That's a solo energy. Eight of Ghosts. Eight of Cups. Yeah, so it looks like whoever this is, you've moved. They've moved. You guys have separated. You moved out of each other's life. And then we have the Page of Pumpkins, which the Page of Pumpkins is the Page of Pentacles. So bottom line, this could be a Leo. It doesn't have to be. It also could be Earth sign, just because of the Page of Pentacles. It could be an immature person that was a Earth sign. Doesn't have to be. But there's some energy here where, you know, Eight of Ghosts is the Eight of Cups. That's moving away from disappointments, emotional disappointments. So I feel like there's something here that you haven't quite moved away from, but you've been trying to move away from, or you're in separation, because the Nine of Pentacles is the Nine of, the Nine of Pumpkins is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the solo energy, independence. So Four of Wands could be marriage. This is usually security and joy, celebration. So I feel like either you could have been on the verge of getting married or living together. You could have been married, but doesn't have to be. Sun, it's not exactly the card of Leo, but you know, that's their planet, so it doesn't have to be. But this person could have been, you know, really outgoing and bright, energetic, the life of the party. Something has drifted apart from you guys. And we have the Four of Bats, which is the Four of Swords, which caused you to kind of, you know, reevaluate things. And I feel like that's the period you're going through. Doesn't that look like Wednesday Addams? Interesting, huh? Anyway, so I feel like that's what's happening here with this person. So let's get a little more in detail. Let's see if we can find out something about what's this person doing. Let's see. What's this person doing? What's their energy? Let me get another deck because I just used this one and I don't want to. Temperance again, another Sagittarius. That one keeps, Two of Swords and Temperance keeps coming up. Let's go ahead and get this one. Let's go ahead and see about this person's energy. We'll use a different deck. The Lovers, could be a Gemini, doesn't have to be. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you guys were connected. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning. They've moved on, started a new beginning. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this could have been a karmic relationship or karmic lesson. A lot of conflict, right? They could have been, you know, in competition with you. You could have faced competition. Maybe they were running around. But yeah, at the time, I feel like it was, you know, they were pretty content with the relationship, but, you know, they just couldn't stay settled. It was a karmic cycle. Either they had fears about love, or they were a player or something like that, and they moved on to another relationship. They could have been a player. Could have been a Gemini, like I said. So, let's see what else. With the competition card on the bottom, they could have, you know, thought the grass was greener and moved on. Let's see. They started looking at all the negatives, thinking grass was greener. Started getting disappointed. I feel like, you know, they like it for the, you know, the new beginning when there's, you know, excitement. And then when things get mundane, they start getting, when they starts feeling comfortable or, you know, more like a connected relationship or more long term, they skedaddle. You know, it looks like it's ended. Yeah. So, not that they might not come back around, but it looks like, you know, they just might be a commitment player, unfortunately. So, let's go ahead and let's see what's next. Let's get some advice. Well, that one didn't almost flip over, but it comes sticking out. Let's see what else. Advice for Cancer. We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, so right now might be time for you, for having fun with friends, connecting with others. Two of Pentacles. This might be juggling energy for a little bit. Hierophant. Could be a Taurus coming in. So it does look like there could be some energy coming in. But I really do feel like it's time right now to just enjoy yourself, fill your own cup, have fun with friends. You know, focus on that. There is a juggling energy here, though. So I feel like you might be I think right now you might be meeting new friends or connections, but also having some old friends hanging in there too. With the Three of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles, I do feel like there could be a mix-up where you're leveling up, and sometimes we have old friends kind of fall away, but there's still some that you're connecting with. We do have the Hierophant. There could be a Taurus in the mix. But again, this is about our family traditions and things like that. So I feel like a lot of you might be celebrating. There's a lot of holidays coming up. You might be celebrating traditions with family and friends and focusing on that kind of thing. We do have the Queen of Swords coming out again. So again, this is the second time this card come out. So this also, or the third. But this is the energy of, you know, standing in that logical sense, but not overthinking things. You know, realizing, you know, reality for what it is, and just kind of enjoying yourself and your friends and your close relatives and things like that right now. You know, don't focus too much on the past or what's the future's holding here. We do have the wheel, so the wheel is turning. Things are going to happen, but right now you have to, sometimes when we think about things too much, we kind of push it away instead of it happening. So don't sit and think about, when's this coming in? You know, just kind of let it flow in. We do have the Emperor, so there could be an Aries in the mix, but this is kind of taking empowerment back of your life. Okay? What else does Spirit want to say in the universe? The Nine of Cups, yeah. Be grateful and content on what you have. You know, don't think about what you're lacking. It's time to get out of that energy because it's keeping you, it's keeping you stuck. We have the Ace of Pentacles again. Right now, there's a new beginning starting, but the universe and Spirit love somebody that's grateful for what they have. They don't want you always feeling like you're lacking something. I mean, we all hear that. There's people that are a lot worse off than us, so don't sit and boo-hoo about silly stuff. You know, just count your blessings and things like that. Enjoy your life. You know, celebrate with your friends and family. You know, don't try to figure out what's happening or who you're going to connect to and when they're coming and things like that, because that actually is going to block it, okay? This is time to take action on your life, empowering your life, and take action on who you are, you know? So let's get one more advice here from the universe, Spirit. All right, so what should Cancer do currently moving forward? Four of Wands. Yes. Celebrate life. Enjoy life. You know, realize how stable you are. Ground yourself. And then we have Five of Swords. Yes. Stop being in this conflicting mode. Stop listening to your inner critic. You know, nobody's out to get you. You know, don't play victim anymore. Don't be your own worst enemy. Okay? Five of Cups. Yes. Don't focus on those spilled cups. Focus more on the, get out of your worries. Get out of your head. Focus more on what's the cups that are standing instead of the spilled cups. And final message of advice. Yeah, your higher self. Stand in that higher self. That's somebody that, you know, is compassionate, that loves themselves, that acts in integrity and grace. They don't sit and play victim or think about their past or what happened. They move forward. They're strong. Okay? And then on the bottom, yes, it's time to shine your light. Everybody's life is unique, you know? So it's time to shine your light and be happy, okay? So let's go ahead and get... Sorry, my allergies have been really kicking in. We're going to get some people that you might be connecting with, and then we'll get the outcome if you listen to the advice, and then we'll wrap up this reading. Okay. People that you might be connecting with in the future. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords again, the Six of Pentacles, as well as the Magician. Yeah, see? This abundance, this manifestation is going to work for you. But again, we have to leave the past behind. Okay? And we have to know our worth. There's balance coming in. Okay? And then we also have the Queen of Swords. So this could be an air sign. Okay? Somebody very logical that's kind of cuts through the BS. So this could be somebody coming in. It's very balanced. They cut through stuff. They're very logical. They don't like fake, right? So this could be manifesting for you. But again, we have to let go of our past. What else is coming in? I need some cough drops or something. We have the Page of Swords. Again, with that logic. We have the Devil, which could be Capricorn, and the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody, oh my goodness, sorry about that. I'm talking a lot, and just the pollen and stuff is like stuck in my throat. Now my nose is all red. Anyway, so we have the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody that works hard, very abundant. It's going to be abundant in your life because you have the manifestation too. So this is somebody that's going to be really good for you. Could be, again, another air sign because we have two swords cards here. But anyway, they're very logical, very realistic. And they're not fake. They don't put up with BS. Could be kind of jolly and like to learn things. Younger than they are. They could be not like immature, but like a fun kind of way. It also could be a Capricorn. So this also could be, saying, make sure you don't jump all in right from the beginning. Take it slow because, this could be like, if we start off in a lustful way or we get too connected or try to control things, we could block that energy. It could set you off in being triggered, so just be careful. Sometimes we can get too codependent, so just be careful with that because this does look like a good connection, but we could scare somebody away, and that doesn't have to be somebody that's, a player or anything. Any normal person would if somebody gets clingy right away, right? So be careful with that. And again, this can be a very balanced connection, but we have to master our emotions. It's not saying don't feel your emotions, but don't let them get out of control, okay? All right, and if you get triggered, step back, reassess, and move forward. All right, so now we're going to check the outcome. What's on the bottom? Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's going to move quick. So, again, that could be very triggering. And like I said, be very careful that you don't get too clingy or too controlling or out of hand with your emotions. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the outcome can be if you take this advice. See what your outcome can be. You already see that somebody could be coming in. That could be a good connection with you. Alignment and very abundant, very fun. It's not fake, but it's how you handle the situation. So let's see what the outcome can be. Outcome, a new beginning that's real, full of action, a lot of things to learn from each other. Very balanced again, yes. A lot of give and take together. They have been through a lot just like you, and you guys can, persevere together. Stand strong together. The conflict is on the bottom. It's not saying that there won't be disagreements, so don't freak out if there are. Any good relationship has conflicts. It's how you handle them and how you communicate them. That's why I said it's very important to keep your triggers at bay. Yes. And be careful, don't reveal everything at once, just take it slow. I'm not saying hide the truth or anything like that, but also be careful that you're not guarding yourself too much where you get defensive. You have the Chariot. There you are. Yes, you can be very empowered and be happy. And your light will radiate. Okay? You're going to shine in this relationship if you don't let it get out of control. So, bottom of the deck, there you go. The Ten of Pentacles. Very abundant, very happy, very grounded. You know, so this is a good thing, but you have to master those emotions and let go of the past and stop letting that ego get in the way and your fears. So that is your message, Cancer. Thanks so much for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your month. And thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe on Halloween. Take care.